There we go. Yeah, that's recording. Okay. So this is, what standard is this?
Standard 10.
All right, this is the standard 10. We're going to do 1A and we're going to do a bit of 1B as well. This is my administrator, the boss of the English teachers, the head teacher. We're just going to go through some questions that touch upon standard 10. There's going to be some questions, though, we were talking earlier, that it's kind of a breach of trust to put it out in the public. So he's either gonna, in some he might have a little bit of a communication problem with Korean. So I said it's fine if you have trouble, just you can finish it off in Korean. So we're just gonna get through this. We're gonna go through the list of questions. So just in general, what is the school looking to improve amongst its teachers? What's one of or when you're hiring, what's a quality that you're looking for when you look for a new teacher?
So we're looking for the licenses,
Okay.
the certificate of teaching,
Sure.
and the experience from the other elementary school.
Yeah, and I noticed when I first started teaching here, I've been here, this is going into my 5th year, there was really no one that had a license. Now we're up to 3 people now, 3 or 4 people that have licenses. So that's almost half the teachers. So, all right, good. Are there any school-wide initiatives? And I can make that a little bit more clear. Do you ever collaborate with like the high school or the elementary, or this is the elementary school, or the middle school? Do you ever have meetings where you guys talk about, because the question is trying to like a school-wide, because this is school is like an organization. Like we have the middle school, the high school. Do you guys ever, is it pretty much separate?
It's totally separate.
Totally separate, okay.
But we do have a collaboration with other countries' elementary school.
Really?
China and Japan.
Oh, you guys have schools in China and Japan as well? Samyuk schools?
Kind of.
Kind of? Really? Wow. So what are some of the challenges of working with a private school? Say, like again, because we're going back to the organization thing, as opposed to a public school. Is there anything different that really happens
The
there?
financial thing.
Sure.
This school is run with parents' money.
Yeah.
Parents, they paid it, and we run this school.
Sure.
But in public school, they got money from the government.
Yeah.
That's two different things. So we have to.
Make sure you get the money, right?
We need like at least 32 students per class.
Yeah, I can see that being, I know there's a lottery and whatnot that happens too with that sometimes, right? Is there
Yeah.
not? Yeah. Okay, so they want us to talk about like, because I know for us, for the English teachers, it's difficult to collaborate with parents. Like we have the open class, and that's pretty much the only time we ever see them. There's very little communication. I'm just wondering, is it difficult, to make it possible for us to deal with the families, or is it just difficult in general to deal with the families? Like, how do families interact with the administrators and stuff?
So last year we just started the meeting with foreign teachers and students' parents.
Okay.
We tried it once and it worked very well.
Yeah.
And also they want to meet the foreign teachers.
Okay.
We thought they won't meet the foreign teachers.
So now they do.
They do speak English.
It's the ones that can, yeah.
Yeah, and they want to meet you and ask the question
Oh.
of their child.
So that's new. That's something new. Then. Cool. All right. So this talks about advocating for students. Let's see, what did I have? Like helping them, like defending them, like a lawyer, sort of like helping them. What would be your
Like
definition of that?
when you guys make school choices, like how do you consider the school or the students in that?
Yeah, like is like. I guess one example maybe for lunches, or period lengths, how many times they get phys ed, like things that are good. Like how does that happen, or do the students really have a voice, or is it just parents and administration usually?
you ask me the question?
Yeah. Do students like is there? It's a tough question. Hold on. So let's say there's an issue with a student. Something bad or negative is happening with a student. Is there a way that students have an avenue or a way to defend themselves properly? You know.
Do we have
Yeah.
a student union or not union, but I guess like a group or whatever, like a class
Stu-
president kind of thing?
Oh yeah, they do have a.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the class president thing, and they try and change and make rules, and do they not? A little bit.
They are trying.
You try. Okay. Okay, that's what we're going for. Yeah, that's a good point. What is the school's main vision?
Maybe
I remember that B. I remember the principal talking about that B all the time. But it was in Korean. You know, like their vision about this. Does that have anything to do with the vision? No. Okay.
The vision is like our school is. Do you know SD Foundation is?
Yeah. Huge in the school. Yeah. Very religious. Yeah.
Our school is from there.
Yeah. That's they want to incorporate the religious aspect. Okay. And that goes into the next question. It's supportive, like the school is very supportive towards SDA, right? I think they have churches on the campus.
Campus
Yeah.
and everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. The neighborhood is really, the culture is big for SDA in this area.
School also does Chinese teaching, learning as well,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
kind of relatively.
Yeah, Chinese, English, and Korean. How does the school's historical fame and religious focus affect teaching? Does like because the school is famous for being SDA, does it?
Or even just the Samyuk. Like Samyuk is a very famous university in Korea, and we're affiliated, right?
They really don't. They don't. I've never really had them force it on the foreign teachers. Like, yeah, but I think the main thing is just to be respectful of that, right?
For the yes, yeah.
And we do have a religion class
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
per week.
yeah.
2 to 3 hours per week.
Sure.
That's right. The preachers come around. Yeah, that's perfect. That's a perfect answer. Yeah. So we have the preachers that come around 3 hours. Yeah. What's the school's very challenging goal? What's something that the school aspires? I know there's been huge changes lately. You know, like are we imitating a school that like I've just noticed that it seems like there's a lot more work that's happened in the last little while.
Actually, the Korean government they try to stop the English teaching in public school and private elementary school. So they prefer to go to the Hagwon.
Yeah. Okay. So the challenging goal is to keep English in within the school. Okay, perfect. How does the school meet the needs of the students? That's pretty straightforward. How has it changed over time? We kind of touched about that. How there's more licensing, teachers with licenses coming in, and it's becoming a little bit more difficult to keep the English program going. Anything else that's changed over time that you noticed from when you were first here? Because you were here I think you were here a year before me, which was like 5 years ago, right? And then they brought you back because everything was not doing well. Do you know what the biggest change is? Like, have you noticed anything that's huge?
In English department.
Yeah.
I have to think.
Yeah, it's somewhat similar. Like even from the first year that I was here, I'm just knowing there's a little bit more, with marking and report cards and tests. That was a big thing. We're doing a lot more tests now than we were before. But
We did twice a year, but
now we're doing like every month. Yeah. So that's that's a big kind of a big change.
the big change is the English teachers need to teach every class, like faith, hope, love, and peace.
Oh really?
So 5 years ago,
Yeah.
the hope teachers only teach hope class.
Yeah. And they changed that. Yeah. Oh, that would have been awesome. Just hope kids. That would probably cause some feuds with the teachers though. That.
It's
That's when seniority comes into it. Another thing about, is it possible for teachers to get more of a leadership role? Like, cause I remember when, what was that guy's name?
Gibran.
Gibran, yeah.
He was
He
here.
tried to step up and be a kind of a but like he was asking for petitions that I cared not to sign and stuff like that.
I will tell honestly, like I heard
Mhm.
7 to 8 years ago,
Yeah.
there was one person
I tried.
who tried it,
Yeah.
and he
Was like,
made
no.
a strike,
Oh really?
so all the classes were stopped.
Oh my.
That's why the school worried about it. The
Ah.
leader,
Yeah.
the head of foreign teacher.
Yeah. So usually, yeah. So with this school, there's not really a foreign leader. We're all kind of kept at the same level. And
But we think about it again.
you are thinking about it. Okay. Cool. Is there going to be any seminars to improve teaching? Teachers and how they teach? Is there going to be anything coming up in the next year where
Yeah, we're planning to have a seminar.
seminars? Yeah.
We're going to invite licensed teachers
Sure.
from the States.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're planning.
That's pretty cool. Is that for orientation? Is that going to happen during orientation or during the year?
After at least one semester.
At least one semester. Oh, that's cool.
The semester between the States and Korea is different. So
Yeah.
we're making a schedule. I heard there's
Are we going to switch the schedule to be similar to the States? Or you
We
just
tried it, but
it didn't work too well? Yeah, I know.
first they say they start the semester September.
September, yeah. That's the same as Canada.
Yeah.
Anything new in orientation coming up? Because we're talking about collaboration, and this is basically the one time where students get, or not students, but teachers come together during orientation, and we kind of, it's the only time of year we really collaborate. Is there going to be anything different, or is it just going to be demos and?
Yeah, we will divide it all the grades teachers like
Yeah.
6th grade, 5, 4,
Put them together?
and then we will put the Korean English teachers too,
Yeah,
so they can talk.
I like that.
So
That's a good idea. We never did that before. That's a good idea.
and then Katie will having a meeting every hour.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And
Oh, I
we
don't
will
remember
prepare
that.
that. They will make a demo teaching
Yeah, who's going to
during
make
the
the demo?
orientation with the new group.
So we have to do a demo with the new material?
Yeah, with Hongnon teacher and Korean English teacher.
Oh boy. Interesting. So, because I remember last year, I don't really have problems with my students because I don't know, just been lucky, I guess. But I remember we had notes or something to, like if a student was being bad, we could write a piece of paper and then give that to, I don't know. I never really used it, so I was just wondering if there's anything, because there's always, not every class, but some classes you have one student that is behaviorally just not there and just like a disturbance for the whole entire class. And sometimes there's a student that's academically just nowhere near everyone else, you know. Is there gonna be any, I don't know, any ways of dealing with that?
We started
The paper
the
thing?
paper,
Yeah.
3 hours, we will report to the principal, and after that, it's still.
So we still, the paper thing is gonna be sort of the
Yes.
same as it was last year?
That's why we start meeting with the parents, like 3 hours, like 10 hours.
Okay.
He is still, we can control him, so we call the parents, and one of our foreign teacher, Megan,
Yeah.
she met his father.
Oh, really?
And they talk.
Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good. Well, I didn't know that was there. I didn't even know that was, so that there was a parent, teacher interaction. All right. Anything else to add, Paul?
No, I think that kind of
Yeah.
covered most of the things we're looking for.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we went through, we hit on all parts of the standard and, well, thanks a lot, John, for your
Thank
time.
you.
I know you're very busy. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, cheers.
Thank you.
That was great. That was